Strange Darling. As with any review, this may contain spoilers. This was great. I loved everything about it. It wasn't perfect, but it's a damn good movie. The story follows Willa Fitzgerald's character, the lady. She has a one-night stand with Gallner's character, the demon. The one-night stand turns into a nightmare where a serial killer goes on a murder spree. The story had multiple chapters. I think it was like 7. Most conventional films will start with chapter 1 and continue up. This movie started with chapter 3 and would jump around. The various jumps weren't confusing at all. In fact, it provided more impact and a layer that had you guessing what was really happening. This type of storytelling suited the movie well. However, this also makes it difficult to review without giving away major spoilers. So I'll do my best to speak on the experience and not give away so much of the story. I do think it's best to see this film instead of hearing about it. The movie is labeled in the horror suspense genre, and there's a bit of that in there, but it's more of a psychological thriller. It's a thriller in the story itself, but it's a psychological thriller for the audience. What I mean by that is that the characters in the story experience excitement, confusion, desperation, fear, and everything else that comes with being a thriller. We, as the audience, experience many of the same things. However, the reason I say it's psychological for us is because of the time jumps. We get an additional layer that messes with our perception of what we think is happening. It was such a clever way to amp up the suspense without forcing suspense onto the story. I have to give it up to the writers and director of the film. They did a great job of telling a story that kept you engaged throughout the entire movie. Not sure this was a big factor, at least not for me, but the movie was shot on 35mm film. This gave the movie an old school look and feel. I don't know why, but Smokey and the Bandit came to mind when at the start of the film, the text came on screen that said that the film was shot on 35mm film. I don't even remember the story of Smokey and the Bandit, but it was probably more Burt Reynolds that made me think of that. The two leads were fantastic. They had great chemistry and really played well off each other. I would say though that Willa Fitzgerald was the MVP of the movie. She sold that character and gave us a great performance. At this point of the year, we're approaching the last third of the year, and this has been the only time I thought of an actor deserving some type of nomination. That's how highly I thought of her performance. Overall, the movie is great and it's worth watching. If you stuck around this long, why not give the video a like, try it out, see if it works, subscribe, check out my other videos, leave a comment and let me know what you think of the film. See you in the next review.